Oh my gosh. Hi. Welcome everyone to another stunning episode of Hey Girl. So today is a very special day because my building has decided to test the fire alarm. And my dog is hysterical and I don't have anywhere to take him, so he's very sad. But you know what? Speaking of, you should rate and review this podcast. Give me 5 stars and write a nice review so that I can afford to buy a house that doesn't have fire alarm testing every fucking month. Are you kidding me? People, these fucking idiots, smoke inside. Bitch, outside is so beautiful here. We have such a nice outside. Go outside to smoke your shit. Don't be smoking in your apartment because now I have to deal with my dog, sad, because the fire alarm is going off. And I primarily work from home. So I just deal with this shit from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for about a week straight, several times a year. And you know what? It works. The fire alarm works. Here it is. I love this song. You know what? Wow. What's crazy about this is that when I tell you, like, you think it's happening a lot during this episode, bitch, it will continue at this same pace until about 6 p.m. tonight. Anyways, I'm excited to be here today because I'm here with Miss Xtacy Love.
Hello.
Good morning. Where are you right now in the world? You're in Canada, right?
I am in Canada. I'm in a very small town that the only way people would have heard of it is if you're a hockey fan, because Wayne Gretzky is from here. Wow.
Ooh, I know her.
Oh, do you?
I've heard the name Wayne Gretzky.
Can't relate. I just know his dad. He would like sing to me. I think I confused him a little bit.
How do you know his dad? I'm so intrigued by this.
He's like a local like celeb, I guess. Rest in power, sir. Lovely, lovely man. He would like be everywhere. And I ran into him and he just started singing You Are So Beautiful to me. I had much longer hair and I was like, oh, I'm about to become Wayne's parental unit. Right. Like, hi, honey. Thanks for the wine.
Wow. I love dads of celebrities who fully like lean into that.
Girl, he was, and like, I didn't know there was so much words in that song. I thought it was just, You Are So Beautiful to me. Done. No, she knew the whole thing.
She went into the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the second verse of the theme song that nobody knows.
And then she wrote a sequel. It was great.
Yes. I think celebrity dads are hilarious, except for Jamie Spears. She can choke.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is interested in that parental unit.
No. And also, low key, Gaga's dad, delete social media, stay off the internet.
Was it not giving? I don't know. I'm not aware.
He's super Trumpy.
Oh, yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Log off the account. I actually, when I was in school for New York, I lived like next door to her parents' apartment thingy, whatever you call that. It was wild because she was like not famous then. She was like just on her come up. So we would always know when she was there because out front was like chaotic.
Wow. And that was when she was just, was it like the
Just
fame?
Dance. Yeah, like Just Dance era, like just then.
Wow.
Hmm.
I was in like high school at the time.
I love that. Can't relate. Although I don't participate in aging, I can't relate.
No, I always say I consciously stopped aging in 2017. So,
Word. Okay. What was that about? Was it like a specific moment?
no, I just think it sounds cool. I actually don't remember how old I was. I think I was no. How old was I in 2017? I was going to say I was 17 in 2017, but no, I would have been 24.
Where, yeah, I stopped at 23. I was like, well, if I didn't die from being a famous celebrity at 23, then I'm just gonna not age.
And what a glamorous way to go. Like if
I
you're going to
know.
do it.
Yeah. Like join that's like a pretty elite club.
I'm like so distracted by your Barbie blouse. It's so cute.
Thank you. Actually, okay, so this is not sponsored, but You should sponsor. This is from Cakeworthy, which is like a licensed like fan base brand. But it's cool because the owner of it is from he's from Hamilton and he comes to shows. So he's like just down the highway from me.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I love the amount of licensing and collaboration that the Barbie movie has done in the promotion.
girl. The takeover. Like, hold on.
Oh, there's more.
In arm's reach. We've got a little Barbie magnet. There's like all kinds of stuff. They reached out and I got to go to an event in Toronto for their I forget what it was called, but I don't need to remember right now because they're not checking my hashtags.
Yay, I
Um,
remember that. You posted with a bunch of the Canada girlies. You guys were all there.
yeah, it was
So
super
cute.
cute. And Ryan Gosling was there and Simu Liu was there, and they like seems like Ryan was not featuring being there at all. Ugh.
I wonder if she was tired.
It was giving something. It was giving. And he
Really?
was
Was he
not
just like
having it when
over it?
Simu was like, make our Ken dolls kiss.
Oh my god. I try to imagine what that must be like, the amount of press that they all had to do
Girl,
and
what
answering the
sling?
same questions.
Literally, club, next club. I've seen so many of the same. Yeah, it's like it becomes a script for them, I'm sure.
It's crazy. I read somewhere that Margot Robbie now is the highest paid actress in movie history at $50 million.
I heard that too. Well, I didn't hear it. I read that. I heard it just now, but it's pretty incredible. I just love what it stands for too. The fact that it's like such a woman-driven film, and for so long, these old white men that held power over Hollywood were like, no one will watch that. No one wants to support that. Wrongo.
Literally everybody rallied to see that movie. I was seeing like straight guys in pink t-shirts. The girlfriends had dragged them out to go.
Whoa. Okay, I love that though, because the opposite of that are the D-bags. Can I swear on this?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Hot. But you know when you're in like a mall and you see this like Slayerella just walking through stores, and then you notice she keeps like looking outside and her boyfriend won't even go into the store with her?
Oh, I hate that.
Ew. She doesn't want to stay at home and watch you like eat your cheesies while you're playing video games. Walk into the store with her. So I love a straight man going to a movie that is Barbie in a pink shirt. We love him. He's the Ken we like.
Yeah, I think it's important. And now I'm kind of afraid that we're going to see a bunch of like licensed movies. Someone was joking that there's going to be a Hot Wheels movie next.
I think that's like a thing. Like I think that's legitimately happening. But that would make sense. Like look at Cars. But I don't think I wonder if it'll be animated. Who knows?
Oh god. Well, Sonic, we saw Sonic.
We did we?
I didn't see it, but I saw that it happened.
Uh-huh. I tried to watch it. It was very it was
Yeah.
Sonic because it ended quick,
Yes, she's very fast.
very fast.
Do you live in by yourself or do you live with like friends?
So I live with family. I'm actually really close to my family in this space that we're in. Our schedules
Oh,
are all different and like it just works out. It's perfect.
that's amazing.
Hmm.
We love queer people being close to their families for once.
I mean, sorry. Yeah, it's nice too because it's not actually my blood relatives. Is the coolest part. Like these are my chosen
Oh, that's even
family
better.
members through marriage.
So I have like this thing where we just started doing this, and my boyfriend and I will host Halloween, but it's like just friends, or like Christmas and it's just Friendsmas, or like Friendsgiving, and that's like
Cute.
the vibe.
I love that. Chosen family is so crucial. So crucial. Just because you produce a child doesn't mean you're anywhere near close to being able to raise one.
Girl, there are so many people out here just. I always say it's just two assholes producing shit. I do want to talk about, speaking of children, your drag origins.
Yeah.
When did you start in drag?
Oh God. The year was 1964.
A peanut
No,
farmer was in the White House.
times were slightly different then. Um,
Yes.
no, I started, I was actually hired in a panto. Are you familiar with pantos?
Yes. I didn't know it was a
Yeah.
thing in Canada.
It's also in the UK, so it's like usually a holiday tradition. And they're comedies where gender is unfortunately used as a comedic device. But that's a different story. And I was hired essentially to do drag, like I was a woman in this show. And I confused everybody, including the critics, to the point where we did our previews. And they came back and they were like, we don't understand why you hired a woman to play a pretend man to play a woman. Like, why were you putting leg hair in her stockings? But like, girl, this was 12 years ago.
Ooh.
So like education thankfully has pushed that narrative to why that's not an okay statement in general. Um, but then I had to like drop my voice and it worked. But then it was just suggested to me I do drag, and now here we are over a decade later.
Wow. A lot of queens, especially queens from the UK,
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
it's
work.
a thing.
I am not alone.
No, 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 no. You are one with the panto, which is for whatever reason not a thing in the States, and I wish they would do a tour or something so we can all see it.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't, because it's familiarized stories with like a twist. I'm just gonna
Yes.
plug in my charger.
Uh,
Hot.
uh, I I always try to plug in my computer to charge because I'm paranoid, even though it's at full battery and I know it'll last me all day. I'm like, you never know. You never know.
No, but that's like me right now. I'm like, oh, we're in the sevens, girl. That's close to the five, which is close to zero. We don't want to do all that.
So you start drag. Did you immediately start going into the clubs to see drag before you were like venturing out?
So I came up through dance studios in my later years, which is when I started. But anyway, there was a dance teacher that did drag. And so he was already a dance teacher of mine, and he had seen the show. And so he was like, you should really do drag. And like I was obsessed with season one of Drag Race because it was just airing. Is that right? That can't be right. No, that's right. I
That would be like 2008 ish or 9.
don't know. I'm not good with
I
numbers.
don't either. I have
It
no
was around
idea.
that time.
I believe you.
Yeah, it was around that time. I remember watching it, so maybe it wasn't just airing. But anyway, so I was watching season one. I thought it was pretty interesting, but I didn't think I wanted to do drag because I grew up in a very small town where like you're brainwashed to believe that that's not it, even though I was so drawn to it. It made perfect sense for me. And so this dance teacher ended up putting me in my first drag show. And the booking person came up to me and was like, we want to book you weekly. And then my family and friends were like, you need to do this. And so I did.
Wow, I love that. That's not how it happened for me in LA. That's so great.
No. Oh,
No, LA is
what
a
was
very special place. It's very like you go to the gig, you show up and drag a bunch of times. Eventually you get a free like a tip spot, and then you do that for forever basically until someone throws $20 at you. It's like it's silly.
right? But how long ago was that?
This was I started like 6 years ago.
Okay, so it's been a minute, but it wasn't like, so when I started, it was still like you didn't date drag queens. Drag was still like underground kind of, so there wasn't as many performers. But to be fair, like the person who booked me literally said like you're not going to get paid for at least a year and a half. And I did do a lot of free spots, but luckily, um, with there not being as many performers, a lot of them weren't performers, if that makes sense. So out
Yeah.
walks the big girl twirling. And so like I was like, no, Sophie, this is great. I get to live my truth and be my art form. Because they would tip down. So that was slightly different than
Oh, were
what
they
you would have to go
tipping
through there.
in
Yeah,
Canada?
yeah. And like so I work in Canada and the States. And everyone's always like, oh girl, like we get tipped down here. And I was like, yeah, but y'all get tipped in ones. We don't have $1 bills.
Oh, oh, oh. I was once tipped in a Canadian currency. I still have it
Uh-oh.
somewhere because it was a blue
Girl,
one. It was so pretty.
our money is very pretty. It's like Monopoly money,
It's
but it's
gorgeous.
less money for you.
Yeah, I think it might have been like a 5
Was it
bill.
blue?
It
Do
was
you
blue.
remember?
What's the
Yeah,
blue? The
that's our
5?
five.
I
Yeah.
think when I did the I calculated the exchange, it was like $2 and something cents. I was like, maybe I'll just keep it as a souvenir.
Damn, girl, that was a bad time to exchange money. Good thing you kept it.
Yeah, I have it somewhere, and I thought maybe I could make it into a necklace. Is that offensive? I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so.
It could be cute because it was just like a little,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's a
why
nice
not?
pop of color.
Yeah. So, how far into drag did you discover pageantry?
Pretty early on. So in the dance world, there's pageants, like dance pageants. Very much dance moms. Like I've met Abby Lee. Like it is very much that
Oh my
world.
god. Yes.
Yeah. She wasn't like how she is on the show. But I mean, if you've taken a dance class, I feel like teachers push you in ways that are maybe not the most TV friendly or necessarily appropriate, but so do sports coaches. But the sports coaches, it's fine for some reason. I
Yeah,
digress.
it's always been a thing.
Right? It's like a little beyond. But I came up through like competing there. So I did a Canadian Dance Masters of America and like American Dance Awards, all kinds of stuff. So I was already kind of hooked into that world anyway. So when I found out there was drag ones, I was like, now hold on. And so one of the Toronto girls had heard of me from my performing in Hamilton and was like, we're doing Cruise and Tango's Drag Race. You should come do it. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like nervous because I was so new. And at that time, it wasn't like a newcomer competition at all. And so I went and ended up doing it because I was like, honestly, I get to go perform in Toronto, Canada's #1 drag bar. Like, I'm doing it. Work. I'll get cut first week. I don't know anybody there to vote for me, which was part of the score. Whatever, that's fine. And then I ended up winning. And then that same year, I ended up winning Miss Cruise and Tangos, which is like more the traditional pageant system vibes that we know
Ooh.
because it's hosted by Fahrenheit,
Oh
who's
yeah, yeah.
yeah, Miss Continental Plus, National Showgirl at Large. So yeah,
So she's a title holder.
she's a multi-title holder.
I love that. I don't know. I'm sure by now I can say this, but I'm about to go to nationals for Miss Comedy Queen,
Yay!
and
Oh my
I am
gosh.
like frantically trying to get my shit together. It is so much work.
Oh,
It's my
that's so
first
exciting.
page.
The national is Patty, right?
Yes, it is Patty Beret who plot twist children. I'm actually recording her an episode with her later on today that you'll see next week.
Perfect. I
Yeah,
love
she's
Patty. I
great.
got to work with her in Texas. She was a vibe.
She's so fun. So I had reached out to her to do the podcast before I was even confirmed to do Miss Comedy Queen because there are no prelims for that system in California.
Oh,
So I was able to reach out as a wild card contestant and they approved me to go compete at nationals. So my goal is slay
yay.
nationals, win, come back and start prelims all over California for the
I
girls.
love that. Yeah, because there's some good comedy out there.
Yeah. And the girls who aren't funny are funny looking, so they can do that.
Uh-oh.
Not this. Not me coming for the girls. They're not in the room to defend themselves.
I mean,
Shame on me. But there's so as soon as the flyer went up about Comedy Queen, so many people reached out and were like, "Oh my god, what is this? How do I do it?" And I was just like, "This is what it is, and this is how it works, and hopefully soon we can all do it." Because there are some really funny bitches here,
yeah, I saw a couple when I was there for DragCon. I'm blanking on names. I'm the worst at names though.
especially
But
drag
I
names.
mhm.
Where did you go for when you were here for DragCon?
Again, those are more names. We went to WeHo, which I found out plot twist. You're gonna laugh at this, but maybe some of the listeners don't know this. Just means West Hollywood. Girl,
Oh
I was
yeah,
shell-shocked. I had no idea.
we love to abbreviate shit for no reason, just to make it
I mean,
shorter.
it makes sense and it sounds cute, like off to WeHo instead of like off to West Hollywood. Like you're falling asleep
Yeah,
by the time you say the whole thing.
it's exhausting.
Yeah,
People
but we
try to
went
say
there and it was,
NoHo.
what's NoHo?
They try to say NoHo for North Hollywood.
That doesn't work.
No, it's not
Stop
the
trying to
same.
make NoHo happen.
Oh my god, every time this fire alarm goes off, I feel like I lose a year of life.
Well, that's not good, girl, because it keeps going.
Unfortunately. Well, we have to talk about DragCon
Yes,
because we
let's.
met briefly in passing the first day, and then again the second day because I fucked up the. Oh my god. Okay, so you were there with Paranka,
My drag baby.
and so I every year at DragCon I get to walk around and like interview the girls, and she's one that I'm obsessed with talking to her because she's insane, and I like
Uh,
we're both the same kind of crazy, and so nothing actually gets accomplished, but it's just chaos and fun, and there's no serious conversation to be had. I don't know anything about her. Like we don't know each other. She just knows when she sees me from across the floor that I'm coming over and we're gonna talk nonsense for 10 minutes,
which we love.
which is
It
it's
creates
all I need.
moments, darling.
But
Oh my
you were
God.
there assisting her at the booth. What was that
Mhm.
like being participating in DragCon from that side?
I always love helping her out at things like that because getting to see the fans' reaction to being about to meet her is such a special moment. Getting to talk to everybody is really cool because, like, I still remember like basically the month before she left for Canada's Drag Race season 1, um, like sleeping on her couch to make sure that she was like ready. And to see all of her hard work just flourish is such a beautiful thing. So it's really special to get to go and do those things with her. And then we cut up and laugh about things in the back. Um, Girl, those T.S. Madison, Bring Back My Girls, honey,
Oh,
the sound bites we were hearing, the
because
girls came to fight.
you were right on the side, so you heard
Yeah,
everything. Oh my
heard
gosh.
all of it. So we were cutting up about that. It's going to be some good episodes, which we love. But it was really cool. It's so special to see a group full of people that are so different and from all over the world come to celebrate such a beautiful art form.
It's true. DragCon in LA is. We always joke like the LA girls will be like, "All right, it's the one time a year we see everybody we've ever met because everybody, everybody is there. It's great. It's like the only time that the queens that I'm like friends with on Instagram from other states and other countries, they actually are like in town and we meet for the first time.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about it from that perspective. It was cool. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know what to think. Obviously, I'd seen things online before, but like, and also, nobody wear heels. Stop it. What are you wearing heels for? Don't do. I don't know. You were pumping. I don't understand how people, girl, day 2, I had a lovely throne I sat on.
I was wearing the chunky platforms with the big block heel, and then I had like boot covers both days, so you couldn't really see them. So like I was elevated, but I
Right.
don't know if I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
it's
that next
not.
time.
Convention cement floors are not good on anybody's body. So, like,
No.
a heel too? Uh-uh.
Girls were like, it doesn't matter what you wear. You could be in a slipper if you're standing on this concrete floor
It's
for
true.
hours.
Yeah, it's
No.
beyond. Some of the girls had like beds they were in, and I was like, that's smart.
So smart. Yeah. If ever I have a booth, I will have like a couch to sit on.
I love that.
But
Not
like
if
a
ever. One day when you have your
yes.
booth.
When I have my booth, yes, that I don't have
Hmm.
to pay for, that they could pay
Okay.
for. I want like a. I already know what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be stunning, but I want the cuntiest heel because I'm sitting down.
We call those dinner heels because you only wear them for
Yes.
dinner to sit.
Yes, I have an assortment of beautiful heels that I know I can't wear for longer than
Right.
a couple seconds. So I just think about doing that and I like repairing them for DragCon and I'll build a whole look around that shoe. I don't care.
I love that. That's very pageant too, because you know you're only wearing them for a category. You're on stage, you exit, they're off.
Yes, yes. I can't wait to start like planning everything. I'm so
Hmm.
not that girl. I was never
How
like,
so?
because I was always like the clown in the club, you know, like those drag queens who do the club thing and do the funnies and that's it. But I started to kind of get more involved with the continental system and assisting some of the
Hmm.
competitors. So I'm going to nationals and literally in like a day, I'm flying out.
I'll see you there.
Will you be there?
Yeah.
Wait, are you competing?
No, no, not this year. I'm just going to support. Sunny has done such an over the top incredible job. She was also at DryCon selling her
Yes.
hairline. Hmm.
So I've met Sunny a couple times through different prelims. So I know. So I've hosted some of the brunches that they've done for the competitors, and
Oh, amazing.
so I performed at the prelims. So like I'm involved in the system without
Oh my
actually
God.
competing, which is great for me because like it's an opportunity and also it's fun to watch them.
Yeah,
Like
it's a great system. And yeah, it's such an incredible network. Like Continental and National Showgirl have allowed me so many connections throughout the states and like across the world that I'm so grateful for. Like people kind of shit on pageantry, um, and I don't understand it. Well, I think it's because people don't like to lose, so they'd rather just control the narrative by pushing like, "Ugh," you know?
yeah, I think that was partly my thing was I was afraid one that I would have to look in the specific pageantry aesthetic, which is
Sure.
fine, but if that's not you, you have to find the system for you.
And there is a system for everybody.
Truly. And
Mhm.
I get asked, "Are you going to do continental? Are you going to do this?" And I plot twist had sort of made a commitment in my mind that I was like, "Okay, next year I'll do the continental prelim and I'll just see what happens."
Yeah.
But now that I've sort of stumbled into the Miss Comedy thing, I think I'm just gonna like focus on that and see who knows what's gonna happen next year.
That part. And be open to it too. You just never know. But like the part of you that knows is your gut, which is what's pulling you to do the pageant that you're in, you know? And if the
Yeah.
timing feels right for you to, you continue to fall in love with the system, then you're going to end up on stage there. Or maybe you end up as a promoter or just an enthusiast, and that's also okay. But you could also go in at National Comedy Queen and then do the walk.
What's the walk?
So at nationals, there's national title holder walks, and it's like a bridge between systems, but also like with like a lens of uplifting the community and strengthening it. So All American Goddess, All American Gent, National Showgirl, all of these EOI, Entertainer of the Year, all of these nationals will go and support the other systems. And so at Continental, you'll get to see that they'll do a walk. They come out, they introduce themselves as a court, they say what system they're representing, and then they mix and mingle throughout the crowd through the pageant.
Oh yay! I'm so grateful that this year I'm assisting my friend Noelle, who's competing for Mr. Continental.
That's so
Friend of the pod.
exciting.
I know he was
Okay.
just texting me earlier about some tuxedo pants, so we're like frantically getting him ready. But I love him very much, and I'm very excited to go travel with him. And because he's competing in the men's category, he and I get to watch the women's, which is what we're really excited for.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's there's a lot. This is Sunny has pulled in so many contestants this year.
She is
It's
the moment.
she is the moment. She stays the moment. I love Sunny Delight. Oh, such a fan.
She's such a nice person, and her reign. I've seen it for myself because we've rubbed elbows at all these prelims that I've been going to,
Yeah,
but I've been hearing also from other people that she has had a reign that Continental hasn't seen in a really long time. So claps
back.
to Miss Sunny Delight. We're gonna clap for her. I have an
Mhm.
applause, a star. And by the time this episode comes out, there will already be a newly crowned Miss Continental, and she's got some gorgeous, gorgeous beaded heels to fill.
That's so exciting.
Isn't
I'm
that
so
crazy?
excited. Oh my God, there's so many incredible girls.
I cannot wait. I know Dextra DeNovo from LA and Callista Stage are both there competing, and I'm friends with both of them, so I'm excited to see what they bring.
I love that. I'm personally rooting on my Motor City girly because we reigned together when I was Miss Motor City Continental. Plus, she was Miss Motor City Continental. Miss Melanie Monroe. I love her. She's been in the five a couple of times. She just came back from Thailand for Miss International Queen, which is such an incredible pageant.
Wow.
So I'm really cheering her on. But all of the girls, there's so much talent going this year. It's beyond.
It's crazy. Like, I'm excited to see the men's because I mean, I'll be backstage, so I'll see whatever I get to see from back there. But I
Right.
also am like super nervous about like administrative points because I'm the assistant and there are rules. So
Hmm.
even I have like a booklet that I have to read to know like what I can and can't do or say or where I can be. It's a lot. But
Hmm.
for Miss Continental though, I'm chilling. And
You'll
you
be
know,
vibing at the bar, honey.
yeah, and we'll be there for the crowning. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. But
Yay.
we're at the halfway point already. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. Who did
It
this?
whose idea was this?
This podcast is rigged.
My building manager rigged this shit. She said, "Oh, you want a peace and quiet? Hit the
Yeah.
play button, fire alarm." I'm fucking done.
Shit, work me down, down.
Yes. We'll be right back with Ecstasy Love.
Mm.
Claps all around. Don't go anywhere.
Oh wow, hi. My name is Chico. I am a dog. Jordan and his lesbian life partner Joey are my parents. They think I am a good boy, even though I steal their fucking socks. Thank you for listening to my mommy's podcast. Hey girl. Don't be a bitch. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes. And subscribe to Jordan's YouTube channel. If you don't, I will find you and take a shit in your bed. Period. Thank you. And let's get back to the show.
Oh my goodness, welcome back. We're here with
Welcome.
Ms. Ecstasy Love.
Here we
Hi
are
there.
again.
It's been 84 years.
Was a good time for wine.
It was a great time for wine and also whining. But is there ever a bad time for complaining? I don't think so. Nope. Which, speaking of complaining, I was just telling you how I ordered clothes for Beyonce. Have you
Yes.
gotten the chance to see her tour yet?
I did not. I didn't go. I know this is like Scandal City, but I didn't go. I like, listen. Love Beyonce. She is going to stay incredible because she's been incredible. But the more that I saw the concert, then the more FOMO I had. But I was in a show when she was here. Like there was 2 days, and the second day I was like, oh, I should go, I should go, I should go. But I had a show, so I couldn't go.
Aw.
I
You couldn't
know.
have fallen ill with diarrhea or something to
I
go?
think the promoter and people would know.
Yeah, they
So
would
like,
have
hey
known.
everybody, I'm just at Club Renaissance. Hey, so
Just
sorry I missed out
living.
on the show.
Yes. Well, she announced because it's her birthday weekend that everybody has to wear silver.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Dolls Kill, Fashion Nova, all these places are sending out email blasts like, we have silver.
That's so smart, bitch. That's the power of Beyonce. She is. Also, like, I know everyone's always on about like statements and like she needs to make a statement supporting the queer community. I'm like, Mama brought her tour across the country, being like, yeah, these are gender neutral washrooms. I don't care. No, put up the signs. Thank you so much. Mama, statement. That is the
Yeah.
statement.
This entire album is a statement in support of
Right?
queer people and queer cultures. Shut up. These
I
people need to
know.
chill.
Like T.S. Madison on the track. Hey, let's go.
Girl. And like the people from the ballroom scene that she has dancing with her.
I know. It's so special to see. And that's why, because at first, I obviously, it's Beyonce. You're not going to like not like the album. The album's great. But I was like, do I need to go? And I was like, no, it's fine. And then you see all the clips. And then you see all of the people that she has on tour. And then you see all of this stuff. And I'm like, I need to be there. But I missed out.
It's it's tricky because I was trying to get Taylor Swift tickets, which, you know, didn't happen.
Oh,
But I'm not mad at that because I was able to get Beyonce tickets. We got Madonna tickets, but that didn't work out. So
Poor thing.
yeah, we'll be getting a refund for that.
That's
But
it.
I did just get Kim Petras tickets this morning.
Ah, that'll be a
So,
fun show.
and I want to see her before she gets too expensive.
That's tea.
So she's doing the
Literally.
YouTube theater, and it's like
We
under
stand.
$100
Dang.
for a
That's
floor
really,
seat.
that's, wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I would jump on that for sure.
So I had to, but because of Continental,
Mhm.
I had planned to see Beyonce on the 2nd, which of course
No.
we can't do because we'll be in Chicago. So thankfully, she added the 4th, which is her birthday.
Oh, wow.
So I was able to sell my tickets for the 2nd, buy tickets for the 4th, and then I'll just fly back the 4th in the morning,
Smart.
and I'll just, head straight to the arena.
Throw your silver on, not looking like a baked potato couture.
Oh my god, my silver Shein. I am gonna look like a baked potato because I bought it from Shein.
But the question is, do you think it's going to be like silver, silver, or do you think it's going to be the stuff that like flakes off? Like, are you going to end up in like,
You know what? I am terrified. I do have some silver sequin fabric sitting on the table over there just in case.
just in case? Yeah, we love a
Yeah.
backup. Smart.
So if it's supposed to arrive tomorrow, I don't know how that works. Cause she's like, it's leaving China today. It'll be in your arms tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't think that's possible.
Wow. I mean, maybe it's that like Beyonce power. She has her
Maybe.
own like her own little servers going, and then they get connected, and then she ships them out in a day. She's like, China to you in LA? Great.
Easy. We'll see. So the schedule for me the next few days is insane. So tomorrow I go to see Noel at like, I don't know. I'm gonna get to his house at like 6 p.m. and then I'm just gonna spend the night, and then we're gonna get up. Our flight leaves at 5 a.m. on Thursday. So
Woof.
so I have Wednesday during the day to either make something to wear or try on what hopefully arrives from Shein, which probably won't, and hope it fits because I literally fly back in the morning on the 4th. I'm not going to have time to run around and I'm not going to want to either. We're flying like basically
No.
overnight. So we'll
And
see.
because it's a long weekend, not a lot of stuff is open in Chicago. This the Monday, one of the days, it's usually they're shopping the one day. There's a store there that you could probably find silver stuff, but I can't remember what it's called. Akira? Is that what it's called in the States?
Oh, Shop Akira.
I think her. She's got like
I
clubwear
love
that would be
her.
perfect for that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they had a store.
Yeah, they have a couple.
Oh,
Um,
bitch.
there's like the water and the bridge. I can get you the information. But it's downtown.
Oh my god. Wow, the more you know. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll secure an outfit while I'm there and I won't have to worry about it. You never know.
Yeah. And then you know exactly what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Traveling is daunting. You travel a lot for gigs.
I do. Yes.
How is that? Is it crazy? People tell me stories of like I have 3 gigs in a row in 3 different cities and I don't know where I'm going to wash my tights.
Oh, interesting. Um, there's little tricks you can do for travel. Um, fabric sheets. Are they called fabric sheets? What are they called? Dryer sheets?
Oh yeah.
Those are great. And a Ziploc baggie. You air out your tights, and then when you repack them, you put them in that so they smell like laundry.
Stunning.
But that's like extended tour. But yeah, I've toured across Canada, the US, the UK. And I love it. I love going to like the little cities because to them, drag is still magic. Their understanding of drag is very minimal too, which is not great, but that's, part of us being there is educating. And I love performing in big cities because obviously it's like, hey girls, let's go, girls. Words of Shania Twain.
Down, down, meow, meow, meow. Is she a Republican? Do we know?
She's a drag queen. I don't know if she's a Republican.
Well,
Have you seen her tour? I just met her and I
what?
was
Oh,
like,
that's right, because Paranka was. Okay,
yeah. So it was
that
actually kind of
sent me.
accidental that I met her
'Cause- so, I mean, use your friends. Use that privilege, mama. You are the mother.
I
You
mean, I
better.
am, yes, Priya's my daughter, but
You
no, so
deserve it.
Shania Twain's team reached out to Priyanka because she had performed Man, I Feel Like a Woman on the Canadian Country Music Awards when she hosted it, and that had to be approved by Shania. So they were already aware of Priyanka. When she came to Toronto, their team reached out and was like, "Yeah, Shania wants to meet you." And she full on asked, like, "Can I bring my drag mom?" And they were like, "We have to keep it like limited, whatever." So I'm standing there in the Progress Pride flag, full stoned.
Stunning.
Okay, this man comes out and he's just like, are you Priyanka to Pri? And then he was like, oh, are you with her? And she just like looked at me and in a split second I saw her light bulb go off. She goes, yep. And he goes, okay, come with me. And we just walked back.
Smart girl.
Yeah, I was like, okay, work. So we got to meet Shania.
That's incredible. I feel like she's really nice and very chill. I've heard good things.
Yeah, she was definitely a vibe. It was so cool I got to bring my mom, which was really special to go. She didn't get to come meet her. I wasn't even supposed to. Um, Whoopsies.
Love that.
But she put on a show and her backup dancers, oh my gosh. Have you seen clips?
No, do I need? I'm frantically
It's
grabbing
like
my phone.
it's truly wild. So she has these two men that sing with her, and they're the backup singers,
Ooh,
but they are just like giving full Broadway production dance choreography down.
of course they are.
Yeah. But she's a full drag queen, honey. She came out in like one of those like rolling things and they rolled her through the audience. She had those like big
Oh,
sunglasses on, big jewels, in a Mystique outfit. I said, Miss Mama is doing drags. The gays have gotten a hold of her, honey.
oh yeah. I'm looking at pictures now. Isn't it crazy how we're seeing these like huge pop stars kind of wearing the sort of trends and the things that the drag queens have been wearing in the clubs?
I mean, all the drag designers are designing for Beyonce.
Good for them.
It's really cool. It's so exciting to see. I mean, most of our like most famous female artists are drag queens. People just don't want to call them that.
Yeah,
Like
they just don't
Britney
realize
Spears
it.
is the world's most famous drag queen. I don't care what anybody says. And
I
that's
mean,
not a dig. I
yeah,
love Britney. She's my queen. But she's a drag queen.
she's a drag queen. I mean, Gaga's been
Mhm.
saying it for years. She's like, I started in the clubs with the queens. I am one of those girls, and she
Yes.
is.
Uh-huh. Gaga gives drag and Gaga gives to drag.
And she can take it away.
Okay? Very
I
that.
love her. I'm so ready for that Chromatica tour DVD.
Girl. Ugh, she's brilliant.
Iconic.
We are blessed with some incredible women in our lives. Thank goodness.
We are. And I am so grateful that I got to go to her show at Dodger Stadium because that was the one that was filmed for the DVD. So it's like I get to relive it exactly as it was.
That's so cool.
And there was only one night. So right, I think there was only one night that she did. So usually when they film multiple dates and in the same city and then cut it all
Right.
together. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, there can be 99 people in a room, and one is an excellent videographer who gets her in one take.
There can be 99 people in a room, and only one of those people has IBS, and it will probably be me.
Well, I'm glad that there's only two of us in this room.
Yeah. So we both have IBS.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I
98 people get ready. We're coming.
literally the all the these other girls they can't take us. They can't. I want to talk about your drag house
Yeah.
because I'm so
House of
fascinated by
Love.
drag lineage. You are the mother of the House of Love.
Hearts up.
So, first I want to know has RuPaul's lawyers reached out?
No, they haven't. Actually, I suspect because I tried looking into like business side of stuff and that a long time ago. I suspect that's why it's spelled like House instead of like the fashion houses, like Haus. I think that's why the cocktails are called House of Love. But that's so funny. When they launched, everyone was like,
Yeah, you know?
And I was like, girl, we're not the only House of Love. There's so many incredible drag families under the name of Love, but we love branding, so we've really driven it home. So I love that you thought of that.
I love that. Did you get to try the House of Love cocktails when you were at DragCon?
Surely did. They're
Didn't,
surely strong and
girl,
they're surely delicious.
I don't drink, but the thing that I
Oh,
consistently hear is one will get you drunk, two will get you fucked up.
oh yeah. That's why those the reunion specials for Bring Back My Girls.
They're like, here,
The
everybody
dolls
have
after were like,
one.
girl, I went in to listen and I went out screaming.
That's incredible. They always have, every single time I go to an event that's like drag related, they're just like pumping them out. They're just handing them away to people.
I love that.
I don't even know
Yeah,
where to
they're
buy
good.
them. Like, where do
They're
people
tasty.
buy?
You have to get them from online.
What's crazy is because I live in California, nobody I know actually buys them. Everybody just has them because you go anywhere and
Right.
they're like, here, have a House of Love
Yeah.
cocktail.
That makes sense. Well, it's good too, right? Because then people taste it, they're like, ooh, that was fun. And then they want to get it, but then they have to order it online. That's my understanding, at least.
I think
It might
so.
be a Canadian thing. I don't know.
One day we'll be able to walk into a Target. Oh,
Oh,
but
the
you don't have
Target.
Target in Canada.
We don't. We did. Or do we?
They tried it.
No.
I remember it was like a
Yeah.
thing they tried and it didn't work.
Yes. I don't know why.
I
It's
think
kind of
it.
like Walmart, kind of.
I feel like I remember hearing about this, and vaguely remember someone saying it was something having to do with importing all of the merchandise.
Oh, like
It
the
was too
cost?
expensive, yeah, because they would have. I don't know why they didn't just open a distribution center in Canada,
Girl, that part.
but
Weird. Yeah, I don't
they're
know.
poor. Maybe they can't afford it. Like these executives who aren't paying writers and actors. I don't know. Maybe they just can't afford it.
Girl. That, yeah, that's beyond.
I do want to talk about speaking about your drag family. How did you go through the process of like meeting your family and deciding, okay, these bitches is my daughters?
Hmm. I love that. And so I now, because of um, our reputation, people ask me to be their drag moms, and I'm like, that's not how I operate. So Priyanka used to come to shows, and I'm an empath. So like I feel energy off of people. Sorry. I feel energy off of people. And she would always, I could tell where she was in the room. And I was like, there's something about this kid. There's something special about this one. And she ended up reaching out to me and booking me to perform at her birthday party. And if you know anything about me, I am not interested in that. Like, I've seen too many movies where it's like human trafficking. You just don't know like what you're walking into. Um, so I'm always kind of like apprehensive about stuff like that. So it was weird that I decided to actually go. And I almost canceled walking into her birthday, but I was on the phone with a friend and she's like, just go. She's like, you're literally at the building. Like, stop stressing out. Just go in. You'll be fine. So I go in, I perform. Um, and we were in the hallway and I was getting ready in the staircase. I was changing in the staircase. Very glamorous life of
That's
Toronto drag
drag,
queen.
honey.
Yes. And it just fell out of my mouth. I just looked at her and I said, have you ever thought about doing drag? Like, I think you should do drag. And she was like shell shocked, which was weird to me because I was like, you clearly love drag. So, like,
She's like,
why not?
I'm already in a lace front, of course.
Right. Back in the day when it was like 301 top, 301 bottom,
Ooh, I
like this
remember
full bob.
that.
She's ready. No nails, but painted fingertips because
Of
that was,
course.
you still have to be a man, whatever that means.
Ew.
Um, no. So I said that to her. And then afterwards, I found out that she was a host for YTV. And I was like, I don't think this girl is going to put in the work to really do this. Because drag is a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of dedication. The hours are wild. It's building a business. So it's also expensive. Um, and so I told her that that year I was hosting Cruise and Tango's Drag Race, which we talked about before that I had won. And I said, if you win this, you can be my drag daughter. I knew from the moment I saw her first number and like talking to her about it, I was like, she created her own track. She changed the lyrics out to Read You, Wrote You, made it about the competition. It was just like a fully realized concept that took a lot of work and effort. And she recorded her own vocals, mixed the whole thing. I said, okay, you're going to be my daughter. I just can't announce it until after the competition since I
Oh,
hosted
yeah.
it. I had nothing to do with any of the scores though. So, but optics matter. Um, and so, yeah, then she became my daughter, and she did not win Cruise and Tango's Drag Race, but she still is mommy's icon.
Wow, what a loser. She's never won
She,
anything.
do you know what's actually so wild about that? You want the face crack?
Tell
So,
me.
did you watch season one of Canada's Drag Race?
Of course.
Okay, so who was the first queen who was out? Do you remember?
Juice box. Did she win?
Juice Box Beater. Yeah,
Okay. The
yeah.
the gag of the gag is
It was deserved. Juice Box
it
was incredible.
she is incredible, and I follow all the girls. I really like I have a soft spot for season 1 of Canada's Drag Race. They're all amazing.
It was
But
such an incredible season.
so
To
good.
anybody listening, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. The next two seasons are optional.
But I mean, I know some of the girls from the other seasons too, so it's
The
like
girls are great.
the girls are great. Some, I mean, I think the challenges, some, it was just, it's an experience. You have to watch it to understand. But Priyanka was the first queen to walk in season 1, and as soon as she walked in, I was like, this girl's gonna win.
Oh, I love that.
I just had like a feeling, and then I immediately hit her up on Facebook, and I was just like, you're like sickening. But it's truly wild. So you have 2 other daughters, right?
I've got one other daughter. So I've
One.
got Mommy's Icon, which is Priyanka, and then I've got Mommy's Star, who is Vita Love.
Oh, that's
And
right. There's 3 because you're in 2. I forgot to.
I'm the third.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's
wait,
the
how
three
many?
of us.
We can't count.
No, you counted. I'm a lot of bodies, so at least you didn't say four.
That would be so offensive. I'd cancel
I mean, I
myself.
did count as two people,
I
depending
do,
on what
but because of
BMI
the
you're looking at.
personalities, you know.
But no, so Vita is I have Mommy's Icon and Mommy's Star, and Vita is beyond. I don't know if you've seen clips of her performing or not, but she is
Yeah.
incredible. She just released a new song, um, but Let It Crash, sorry. But she used to star in Cirque du Soleil, and I knew her. I met her through the dance world, and she was on tour or on break or something, but she was in Toronto and I ran into her. She told me she wanted to do drag, and same kind of idea. I was like, girl, you're starring in Cirque du Soleil. You don't have time to do drags.
No, no,
Like, I
no.
love you. I love that you love it. So I told her, I was like, okay, well, if you ever want to do this seriously, let me know and I'll put you through House of Love boot camp. If you make it out the other side, you're my drag daughter. If you don't, then you have some fierce training behind you and I'll still help you, but you just won't be in the house. Because
And
we
you'll
do
be
things
dead
kind
to
of a
me.
specific way, you know?
And you will be killed. And we'll
Yes.
make it look like an accident.
Yeah, I'll press the button, you disappear through the floor. It's all very dramatic, but then you end up fine.
Yeah. It's great.
You know?
It's very camp.
It's very camp, yes. Could be a competition show.
It could be. Imagine if on Drag Race they start eliminating queens by pressing a button and they don't say anything.
Okay, there is a dating show that's like that. Have you seen this?
No. I need to
Yeah,
watch
it's
this.
unhinged. I want to say it's from the UK, but I could be wrong. Maybe
It
I
sounds like
watched
a
it when I was in
UK
the UK.
thing.
But the person stands, and the three dolls are standing there, and he just like blah 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 blah, and the floor like disappears, and it's not slow, it's not soft. Mama drops
That's
to the point where
insane.
the other two people were like, oh,
I want
it's
Drag Race to be like that.
oh my gosh, Dragula should be like that too. It's giving very Dragula tease.
Imagine the lip sync's over. It's Brooklyn or RuPaul, and they don't even say who won. They just press a button. And then there's about 10 seconds of dead airspace before one of them falls.
That is horrifying to think. It's already so stressful on these poor girls. They come back with so much trauma. Imagine their exit. They don't even get to have a Miss Vanjie backing up
No.
moment. They
They have
just,
to scream their exit line as they're falling into the basement. They're still mic'd, so we'll hear it.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. We might get better exit lines because they won't be pre-planned. Or it'll be a girl who's like, I'm getting my exit line. I prepared this monologue and she's doing it
Just
as she's
screaming.
calling.
Yeah. Frantically screaming through this little skit that you planned months ago.
Oh my God, I'm screaming.
It's incredible. But it can't be too far of a drop because we want to hear the impact.
Right. Yeah. Well, girl, what are they gonna do? Bring back those foam squares that they jumped in for the photo shoot?
Yeah, I'm
They
sure they still
better.
have them. They don't throw anything away.
They just fall into the TikToks, break every bone.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That that sort of like level of camp is very indicative of a very specific 90s pop culture movement that
Hmm.
I have a feeling you are familiar with and I'm obsessed with. And that is the Spice Girls.
Oh my gosh, of course. Hello. Slam it to the left and call me a Spice Girl.
Ah, I'm obsessed. Spice World is a formative cultural moment for me as a
Agreed.
child.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of, this is so random and you can redirect if you'd like. But I just got
Ooh.
invited to go see this new movie called Dix the Musical.
Wait, I've heard
I've
about
never
this.
heard it.
I've heard about this.
I have never seen anything like this movie in my entire life, and I'm so interested to see what people are going to say about it. It will be a cult
Wait.
classic, I guarantee it.
Somebody was talking about this.
It was
Um,
the wildest experience of my life. Megan the Stallion is incredible in it.
does she play
Um,
herself?
no,
Oh,
she
okay.
has a song called, I think it's called Out Alpha the Alpha. I don't know because the soundtrack's not available, but it's an incredible talent number. But like Broadway
Oh.
royalty, Nathan Lane is in it. Megan Mullally, who was Karen in Will and Grace, is in it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just the story. By the time you get to the end, it's so outrageous. And I don't want to spoil it because it's so jarring to the system that like it just makes sense because the rest of the movie is that outrageous. Like it will be a cult classic.
Oh, I can't
So funny.
wait. Girl, Bowen Yang plays God.
Yes. Oh my God.
I
Yes.
love. I have such a crush on Bowen Yang.
Okay. Wait until you actually he's kind of dressed for the Renaissance tour. Very sober.
Oh, she's ready.
Yeah, she's ready. She said Beyonce is waiting. But you need to if you like Spice World, this is not that, but it's camp. If like South Park had no rules camp, like
Oh my
it's beyond.
gosh. You saw it in a theater?
I saw it at a screening at the Shangri-La in Toronto. So it was like this intimate room, and it was very interesting. I'd say there was maybe 50 of us, and it's debuting at TIFF, I believe, and then it will be in theaters next month. I'm not even a spokesperson for this film, but here we are.
They should be cutting you a check because I'm trying to see where I can go find this.
Girl, it's wild. When you watch it, you'll have to tell me because I'd say the last 20 minutes are the most unhinged moments of cinema I've ever seen.
I am so excited. It comes out September 24th,
Okay, work.
which your episode will be out before then, but we will debrief.
Yes, you need to let me know because you love camp. Girl, get ready.
I mean, I just saw Theater Camp recently. That movie is
Is it good?
hysterical. So good.
Oh, good. I'm literally going to see it tonight.
Oh my god, if you it spoke to me as somebody who grew up doing like summer theater programs.
Yes.
There's like one specific line that I always quote, and I'm just gonna say the line. I won't tell you the context of it.
Deliver it to us. Get
Okay.
the part.
One of the characters says, "Would you like a roll, or would you like to hear the chilling tale of how I lost my daughter?" And
Oh,
that's when you see the scene and you see the context of it and who this person is saying it to. It's just I
unhinged, it
screamed
sounds like.
laughing. Yeah, I still say
Yeah,
it.
I'm literally going to see that tonight. That's so
Oh
funny.
my god, you're gonna love it. As like a child performer, like somebody who grew up doing like theater, it's gonna speak to you.
Yeah, oh my God, I'm so excited. Love theater. Love it.
It's great. It's basically a summer theater camp, and the owner is this lady, and she's about to lose funding, and her son has to take over, and he's straight and like an athlete slash influencer. It's so bad.
Is anybody not a slash influencer? I feel like
I don't know. I did recently apply to do a partnership with Voss Water,
work.
just so I can say I'm a Voss girl.
I mean, it's the same person, isn't it?
No, I don't
Is it
think so.
not?
I don't think
I think it
so.
is.
The water
Isn't Brandon
bottles?
Boss like the Boss Events and also owns Boss Water? Am I making this up? I don't
Are we
know.
telling lies, stories, and conjecture here on the program?
Not intentionally, and this doll does not lie. But I feel like someone told me that. Who
Well,
knows?
if anybody listening knows the answer, please call me at 424-431-1456 and leave a voicemail explaining if Brandon Voss is the man behind Voss Water. Brandon Voss, call. Put the
It's
rumors to
him.
rest.
He's like, hey, just wanted to confirm. I do own 99.8% of both companies. Thank you so much.
He's gonna be like, "Hi, you thirsty F slurs. I'm that water bitch herself, Brandon Voss.
On this week's mini challenge,
We're gonna waterboard you for 10 minutes using Voss Water. Hashtag Voss Water."
not that.
And that's why we listen to Hey Girl. My fear is that eventually I will have a career that will allow me the resources to people will listen to this who we reference in these old episodes, and they'll bring it up to me years from now when I'm a contemporary with these people, and they're gonna be like, so what's that about the Voss Water, bitch?
They're like, hey, remember when you applied to be for Voss and then you talked about it being used for forms of torture? Uh,
Yeah, it's like this weird app that I used for to find. They emailed me to use the app, and it's like a sponsorship app where people who make content can like partner with It's stupid, and
work.
who
I mean,
knows?
hey, it's the foot in the door.
Yeah. As we approach the end of our time together, I feel so bad that my attention span caused us to segue away from the Spice Girls, but I want to know, is there like a specific one of the girls that you connect with?
Honestly, this might come as a surprise. Sporty was my favorite.
I loved her.
I loved her. To me, she was the most talented, which, we're all allowed our own opinions. Don't stress out if it's not your favorite. But for me, her voice, I was just obsessed with her. Loved her.
Yeah, I did feel like she had the best voice.
Hmm.
I mean, and she's still making hits.
I love her.
She's killing it. She's great.
I want her to do a song with RuPaul. I don't know
Oh
why,
my
but I just
god.
do.
I used to love her, and the older I get, the older I get, the more I realize I'm Posh Spice.
Okay. Okay,
Minimal
Posh.
effort, sarcasm, slutty dress, just
Did you see their
modeling.
reunion tour?
N- no.
She has music. They all did solo songs. Miss Mama just did a lap.
I love that.
It was the fiercest. I said, okay, diva.
My
She
thoughts
said, no, I don't want
exactly.
to do any of my music. I'm a brand, and just walked.
She's wearing her Victoria Beckham denim.
It sent me. It sent me.
Oh my god, I love her
Who
reality
did you?
show.
So was Sporty yours when you were younger then?
Sporty was my favorite.
Her. Okay, and now she's Posh Spice. I think I'd probably be
Yeah.
Ginger now.
I think like
Curly like
different.
fiery. Mm.
Same with the Golden Girls. There's different eras of my life where I connect with different ones of them.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing because like we shouldn't stay the exact same. We're always trying to elevate ourselves. So,
Yeah.
oops,
And
is that a dig at Sporty? Is she not elevated? No.
No, she's elevated. She's got a solo career unlike any of these other girls.
Right? Yeah, I live for her.
Melcia
I didn't read the book,
Slang.
but
She has a book?
hmm
I
I
need to
only
get the
know because
book.
I saw it at Walmart.
At Walmart. I need to go to Walmart. I need to learn
Girl.
how to read, and then I can get the book.
Because reading is what? On every season.
Difficult. Oh.
Oh.
Reading is what? Something I plan to learn.
On my to-do list.
Yes. Yes, eventually. Wow. Oh my gosh. We have approached the end of our time together. Everybody say, "Aww." Oh
Oh.
no. Will you tell the people of the internet where they can find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on the YouTubes, the TikTok arena, the Instagrams. I'm on that weird app that used to be blue, but now is a black X, which like rude, don't name it after me.
Ugh.
Uh, also on the threads, all under Xtacy Love, XTACYLOVE, which makes my initials what? X and L because I am what? Fat. And beauty comes in what? All sizes. Don't forget it.
That's fierce. Honestly, applause. Yes. Are we ready for my outro? Because it's wild. I need to warm up my voice. You can follow the podcast at Hey Girl Pod on Instagram. That's HEYGURLPOD. You can email the podcast at heygirlpod@gmail.com. You can call me at 424-431-1456 and leave me a salacious voicemail. Brandon Voss, you have 24 hours to respond. Are you the water girl? Is this the family legacy? And I mean, how do I become a shareholder? You can follow me at Jordan Jayro everywhere. That's JORDANJAYRO. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel where all of these episodes are now being uploaded consistently. Isn't that fierce? You can now watch these episodes on YouTube. I mean, there's no video yet. It's just like art. It's beautiful artwork, though. Gorgeous artwork. Yet. What else? What else is going on? Please rate this podcast 5 stars and write a really nice review. Follow both of us on all of our social media because I am currently taking a break from my mental health to focus on my social media. So if you could all follow me, that would be great. Any final thoughts?
I had fun, but yeah, I love that. I think it's so important. Don't forget that one of the best ways to support queer artists is following us on our socials. That's how I was able to land major deals with Jack Daniels, Sephora, Urban Decay, all of that stuff, Maybelline. My ad with them just came out. That all comes from our socials. So by following us, that is such a huge, huge help to show corporations that you want to see queer people working with them and partnering to bring you lots of delectable goodies, darlings.
Period. I personally, I always tell people I would rather you not give me money and just follow me and review the podcast and do those sorts of things and tell a friend. That to me is more valuable than you handing me a $5 bill, which you could still do.
Yeah, we like a combo pack. So, like, if you want to do a 1-2, a good old
Yeah.
ball change,
Can I have it all? Please.
that part.
Well, we can have it all and we will. And I will see you. I'll see you so
In a
soon.
couple of days.
I'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, I'll see you Saturday.
Yes. All right. Thank you all so much for listening. And until next time, have a fabulous life. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.